Welcome to episode 6 of The Long Ride with Wild Ponies.
We are Doug and Talisha from the band Wild Ponies, and we are so excited to share today's episode with our featured guest, Grant-Lee Phillips.
Grant's a lot of fun. He's an interesting cat. He really is.
He is.
We had a good time with him at The Long Ride here, and we actually went on the road and played some dates with him as his band. That was kind of a fun thing to get to do and hang out with him.
Yes, I kind of love being on a road trip with Grant-Lee Phillips. Yeah, he's a fun guy to travel with.
He's a fun guy to travel with.
He notices interesting things along the road, and
he really does.
And he likes to eat dessert.
You're right about all those things. We wandered around downtown Decatur, Georgia. We played Eddie's Attic, and me and Grant went wandering around while Talisha was in the green room looking for desserts. We went to Jenny's Ice Cream down there around the corner and had some ice cream.
So great. I am not one that allows myself desserts very often, and I'm fascinated by people that
felt
do
very
that.
Decadent. It was awesome.
Yeah, it feels very decadent. I think I was curling my hair while you guys were getting dessert or something. I don't know.
Hey, big shout out to the sponsors of our show, and we'll talk more about them later on. But Listrum 1917, our favorite journals in the world. And
the Russell Nashville, a beautiful 23-room boutique hotel right in the heart of East Nashville, Tennessee.
It was right in the path of that tornado and survived without a scratch.
Without a scratch. I can hardly believe it.
All the businesses around it were hit pretty hard, you know, and it's a miracle that the Russell is just fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The Bowery Vault was also just fine over on our side of town, closer to us, a little bit closer to us. And that's where we recorded this episode with Grant-Lee Phillips. So why don't we drop in and see how it goes?
Yeah, let's drop into the belly of the Bowery Vault.
All right, here we go. We're super excited about this. We're going to let Grant go ahead and play some songs, and we'll come back up and talk to him in just a minute. So, Grant?
Yeah.
It's all you, buddy.
All right. Thank you very much. Good to see you guys. Ooh. When you're sinking in the mire, up to your knees, snagged on the briar, crying, Lord, please. You thrown your lot and retiring you were laughing at the meek, drunken on the Saturday night. You're lying in the street, crying something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. You were sick with such a fever, the stadium shook till someone shouted fire, and that's all it took. You gloat over your enemies, you slay them with your lips. Now your world is whirling and your hand's about to slip, crying something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. Vanity, sheer insanity, such a deceitful tongue. Hope to my soul is a shot for humanity. It's not like there's someplace or somewhere to run. Somewhere to run when you're shattered from your battles and you're wandering home, stumbling in the shadows, truly alone. Remember all your deeds, so many wonders that you done. You above all people, never bound to anyone, crying something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. Gotta give, gotta give. It's gotta give, it's gotta give, it's gotta give, it's gotta give. Thank you. Plymouth satellite flying near the speed of sound. Got the windows down and the wheels are rising, clean up off the ground. Floodlights from the jailhouse shining across the mustard field. Some of them boys I used to run with, some of them are in there still. Flying down the back roads like the last and only one. When you say, when teen and wild, will you like a loaded gun? Don't know where I'm running from, not sure where I'm going. Just seems like the world around me's moving awful slow. So you drink it down and you go devour everything you touch. Tank is down on empty, got no time to fill it up. Flying down the back roads like the last and only one. When you say, when teen and wild, will you like a loaded gun? Yeah. Huck Finn in a Plymouth flying near the speed light. 2-lane highway to myself, nothing like a summer night. When you're still a kid, but the things you did, you're lucky just to be alive. Flying down the back roads like the last and only one. When you said, from teen and wild, boy, you like a loaded gun. Whoa, you're flying down the back roads in a race I've never won. When you said, when teen and wild, boy, you like a loaded gun, loaded gun, loaded gun, loaded gun. Ooh, there you are. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh man, it's Grant-Lee Phillips. How
you doing?
This is so exciting.
There's a good feeling in the room.
It's a great room, and we love it. The Bowery Vault is kind of we love doing shows here and hanging out with Rio and Emily.
We love coming in and doing a little shopping.
We do.
While we're here. I always like to find things in the store to wear during the recording.
I love that. I love the smell of vintage suede. Sometimes I'll just huff my own boot before I go on, just to give me that old that sense of the good times.
The good times. Vintage suede. That's a good band name.
Yeah, vintage suede.
Vintage suede.
Right.
We should be in that band together.
Let's do it.
We just started a band.
Do you remember your first paid gig?
Ever yet. It would not be tonight. Goodness, that's a good question. I think I do. Well, you know what? Yeah, I mean, I somehow managed to get somebody to pay me to do this when I was quite young. I got a job out at a vaudeville revival house in Northern California, in Stockton, California, playing guitar in the pit orchestra and being a stuntman. I was an untrained, self-taught stuntman.
This is not in your Wikipedia. This is amazing.
No, yeah, this is on the dark web, Wikipedia. Yeah, but I would hurl myself off into a wagon, and I would play songs and as well, and so yeah, I don't remember what I was paid.
What was the place
called? A chicken dinner, I think.
Chicken dinner.
Yeah. and a few bucks, and with that I bought my first amplifier, and the place was called Pollardville, and it's on the 99. It's no longer. It was bulldozed, sadly, but it was where I learned, all about the banjo and the juggling and the magic and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you look back at that kid playing the vaudeville shows, could you have envisioned this life for yourself? However, it's come together.
I was trying really. Yeah, that's a good question. I think I thought I could. There's plenty that surprised me along the way, but I was visualizing quite, as hard as I could. And what I first did, I left Stockton and I moved to LA, and that's where I basically kind of in my late teens and 20s. For a long time, I was in LA, and then I found my way to Nashville. But is it like how we imagine it? I don't know.
We'll talk about this more later, but you've kind of had maybe 3 or 4 careers built into this one thing. I think. So there's been a lot of change.
I suppose that's true. Yeah. A lot of people came to know me and the band Grant-Lee Buffalo in the '90s. That was a big kind of time for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we put out a handful of records in the '90s, and by the end of that decade, I had gone off on my own, and trying to figure out what that was going to be like. And
do you have a favorite venue through the years that you've ever played? This is always a hard question for us.
I have favorite venues, yeah, for sure. I have a show at Passim in Boston coming up later on. That's a classic venue.
That's a good room, yeah.
Some of the rooms that we would play, we would return hoping we'd get to play there again. And where's that old roadhouse that used to be here? And some old guy would step in and he would say, that place you guys played, it burnt to the ground. You were the last guys to play there.
Oh, wow.
Margarita machine caught on fire.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Which is a little different than the crock pot catching on fire.
It is. Crock pot caught on fire.
So this will be a different, this could be a different answer, and I think it will be for Club Passim. What's your favorite green room?
Favorite green room? Oh, that's a good question.
That place that just has you barely want to get out on the stage because the green room.
Old Largo was my favorite green room. I think it was on Fairfax and Hollywood, and it was upstairs, and there were all kinds of pictures plastered on the ceiling and everywhere, of everybody, like Mahalia Jackson and John Lennon and I used to sit up there and I would have myself a penny arrabbiata before the show. So I'm remembering it's a whole sense memory thing.
Yeah.
I'm remembering what it felt like to eat that so pasta. It wasn't the greatest pasta.
The band pasta.
The band pasta. Yeah. A lot of times it comes down to that, like how well they fed me, or how hungry I was.
Right.
And that's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
If there's even
You guys have places like that?
Please.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
We always talk about Space, the Green Room at Space outside of Chicago. Have you played there?
Yeah.
That's
It's bigger. The green room is bigger than most of the venues.
It's a nice green room.
Yeah, it's nice.
But I've been in some that are very sad though.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just a mop, it's just a bucket, and
you
can use that bucket however you choose.
I posted a picture of my hat and my shirt hanging beside the urinal 2 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Yeah.
I love it when I have to do my makeup. This may not apply to you, but when I have to do my makeup by my selfie camera on my iPhone, that's the only mirror option I have before the show. That's nice. That's always good times.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Oh, I just usually do like a live video cast when I don't have
for
to
your
do
makeup.
That. For my makeup, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it. Let's have a couple
Play
more
some songs.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see what I got here.
that green room, band pasta, inspiration.
Yeah.
And lay a couple on it.
I'll do that. Oh man, now I'm hungry. I keep thinking, do I got to plug in? So I don't have to plug in anything. This is fully acoustic. One mic. This is how they used to do it in the old days. Back in the old days, they had one microphone. The whole band, whole family stood around one really nice tube mic, right? Those mics cost like a house now if you want one of those mics. I'm wondering what to play here. I think I'll play you. This is a song called "Smoking Sparks." one day, when these bones give way, gonna call my name and I will depart. And come that day, won't be afraid. I'll rise from the flames like smoke and sparks, like smoke and sparks out of this earthly heart. Yonder I'll fly, like smoke and sparks. And no more tears, the weight of years will disappear on the day I embark. Like a chimney swift who soars and darts, well, my soul will be lifted like smoke and sparks, like smoke and sparks out of this earthly heart. Yonder I'll fly, like smoke and sparks. It's not goodbye, this urge to fly, when I take to the sky with a song in my heart, like smoke and sparks out of this earthly heart. Yonder I'll fly, like smoke and sparks. Yonder I'll fly, like smoke and sparks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Whoa, boy, make a noise for the love of Buddy Holly, my six string. Wake on, real low, let it roll like a motor ever purring my machine. Rave on, sentimental blood you spill, and I'll reach out to catch it. Oh boy, making out, gotta try to make the most of a queer thing. Gotta shout real loud, rock and roll, Cupid Charlie nodding off from the mezzanine. Gotta shout sentimental tears you spill, and I'll reach out to catch you. I may never see the light, I may never dream in color, I may never see the light of day. Feeling dizzy, feeling weak, feeling dizzy like I'm gonna sing. Whoa, boy, making out for the love of Buddy Holly, my sixth string. Gotta shout real loud, rock and roll, Cupid Charlie nodding off in the mezzanine. Gotta shout sentimental blood you spill, and I'll reach out to catch it. I may never see the light, I may never dream in color, I may never see the light of day. I may never see the light, I may never win you over, and I may never be in love. And I may never see the light, and I may never see the light today. Thank you. That's Dream in Color. I don't play that one too much.
That's a good one. I like that.
Oh, that's so fun. Right there from the Bowery Vault in East Nashville.
Doesn't he sound amazing?
He does sound amazing.
And that's all coming from a single Ear Trumpet Labs Myrtle microphone.
Yeah, those things are so great. Grant loved it too. He talked about it quite a lot.
Yeah.
They're beautiful and they sound good.
So great.
Just one. That's what we use for all of these sessions. That's pretty cool.
It's capturing all the things.
All of the things. And we're gonna play you more of what it captured here in just a few minutes. But first, we're gonna give a shout out to one of our favorite things in the whole wide world.
Doug is talking about our Lurstrom 1917 sponsors, the makers of the incredible Bullet Journal.
They're really cool. They've really made me much more organized. We just moved houses. We just got a house up in Madison, Tennessee, and I'm keeping track of everything in my Lurstrom 1917 journal. It's amazing.
And you're being inspired by projects that we're doing around the house, so you can even keep note of your creative thoughts.
Yeah, they've got 2 bookmarks in there, which is kind of cool because I can use one bookmark to bookmark the technical stuff and one just to bookmark the creative side.
And they come
really
in
cool.
a rainbow of colors. I absolutely love this company, and you can get them over at most nice bookstores, and you can get them over at the Fatherland Shops here in East Nashville at the gift horse.
Yeah, and their slogan is fantastic. Denken mit der Hand, which translates to, if I knew anyone that spoke German, what?
Think with the hand.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a pretty cool slogan. Talisha is on 800 and some days Duolingo for German, so that's cool.
That's right.
But yes, Lurstrom 1917, thank you guys so much for being a part of our podcast here. Check them out, you guys.
It's time for the Long Ride Gear Guide.
This is one of my favorite parts of the show. This is where we take an item that can be used on the road or with motorcycles or with touring musicians or if you're moving house, that kind of thing. And we rate them on a horseshoe scale, 5 horseshoes being the best.
Right.
0 horseshoes being the worst.
We totally did not expect to be reviewing this next item, but we can't resist. We are using this item right now.
We are.
It's called Been There, Dump That.
BIN there, dump that. It's a service where they bring a dumpster to your house and put it by your deck, and a bin, as you might call it.
A BIN.
BIN. Been there, dump that. And you fill it up with whatever you want as you're cleaning out the house, getting rid of things in the attic, getting rid of old kitchen appliances that you don't want anymore or whatever. Things that can't be reused or recycled. Things that have to go.
They had to go.
It's amazing how much satisfaction
oh my gosh
there is in throwing an appliance off of your deck into a bin.
A large heavy item into a dumpster. Yeah, that's some therapy. So
look them up. Been there, dump that. BIN there, dump that. They are getting 5 horseshoes based only on the name, much less the service. It's also pretty affordable. Like it's pretty cheap
Yeah, it's affordable. They leave it for 7 days.
Yeah.
And if you need it for a couple extra days, if you're procrastinators, like 2 people I know, then you can pay a little extra and have it for a couple extra days.
$8 a day extra or something like that.
And
Something
they'll just
ridiculous?
come
I don't
back
know.
and pick it up.
It's fantastic.
So exciting. They're
By the way,
picking it
this is-
up right now. Here they come down the driveway. Beep, beep.
By the way, this is a completely unsolicited review. They did not ask for this. They have no idea.
No, but I
Yeah,
love them.
I love them.
Been
Big
there,
fans.
dumpthatusa.com.
Hey, let's go back to the Bowery Vault. What do you think?
We probably
more Grant-Lee
should.
Phillips.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So how would you describe your relationship? You're talking about these old songs.
Yeah.
And how would you describe your relationship with your fans and how that's changed through the years?
Oh, well, I feel pretty fortunate. I feel like I got a lot of folks, scattered about the planet that have followed me through all of these different, corridors,
Yeah.
like a maze. And I've made records that are just me and this guitar. I've made a record that was a little more of a, kind of a hybrid kind of record that was less, maybe a little bit surprising, probably,
Yeah.
on the heels of the Grant-Lee Buffalo albums. But they've managed to stay on the horse, They haven't gotten thrown off. I'm sure some have, and or by choice. But I'm pretty proud of that. Pretty grateful of that.
Can you when you have fans come to see you at the merch table to get autographs and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff? Can you tell if they're Grant-Lee Buffalo, Grant-Lee Phillips, or Gilmore Girls fans? Can you tell the difference?
Can you pinpoint them?
That's a good one. I don't know. Sometimes they tell me.
Yeah.
They tell me how they discovered my music. But yeah, it's nice to see so many different generations at my shows.
Yeah.
Because there are definitely the folks that have been listening for a long time, and then you got their kids as well.
Yeah.
And maybe they discovered it. Maybe they met in the middle in some ways.
Right.
Yeah,
maybe that's true. Rediscovered and then brought it back to their parents. Or who knows?
Yeah, it's hard to know. Plus, we live in this age where everything is accessible on the internet. You know, it's not just the stuff that got released and pushed and marketed this week. It's everything since music has been recorded.
And speaking of that, like pushing and marketing, how would you describe your relationship with the music industry? Because you kind of do come at it from different angles, from your film and TV placements to your touring career.
Yeah.
Different labels through the years.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah. I think for me, I find that being a songwriter and a singer of those songs, that's the thing that is really that's the thing that really anchors me.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else seems to flow out
Yeah.
of that, But that's like the trunk, I guess. That's
Yeah.
a better metaphor. I can branch off in places I had no idea. It was a very fluky thing that I got that call from Gilmore Girls to play the troubadour on the show. It's
19 episodes? Is that right? It was a 19
yeah,
episodes?
it's like seven seasons. Or
That's
something.
amazing.
Yeah, and it's I'm like, you got to watch me quickly. You got to be ready, and slow me down because I'm fast. I can play slow, but I walk fast, and that's another talent that I didn't know. It's on my LinkedIn, but it's a skill that I have. Walking fast and playing slow.
Hashtag walking fast.
Yeah. But all of those things are they all kind of grew out of just doing this thing with the guitar and being a songwriter, I guess.
Yeah.
It kind of scatters me sometimes when I think too much about all of that stuff. And when I came here to Nashville, I said to myself, I really just want to buckle down and just think about
be song.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a great town for that. This is a town that has always been all about the song.
Yeah.
I think anyway. I hope.
And how
Yeah.
have you found that songwriting community since your move to Nashville? How have you found?
I have found it to be an interesting one. It's very supportive. The songwriters that I'm fascinated with, that I gravitate towards, are folks that make records of their own, and they're artists like yourselves, and so there's probably
I guess there's probably little chance that we're going to sit down together and write a song, but I appreciate how they go about it, and that fascinates me.
We'll write a song. Let's do it.
We can do that?
Yeah, totally.
Go grab your guitars. Let's do this.
There's a great community here
Yeah.
in Nashville, East Nashville specifically, called the Song Salon, and there are actually some Song Salon people in the house tonight. And
there are?
When we can,
Hello,
when we
Song
first-
Salon.
Yeah, it's just a weekly meeting to bring songs and call each other on our crap. And
that's a great thing.
and-
We don't go that much anymore.
Yeah.
But when we first moved to town, we need to get back to it. But when we first came to town, that was huge for us. We'd go every Monday night and we'd sit around and let people tear our songs apart in a very loving way and stomp on our hearts. But but you're right. It was like people talk about Nashville being a very competitive, cutthroat town, and I don't find that to be true. I find it to be competitive in that come on, you can do better. You can do better. Write a better song. You can do that, and more of a supportive competition than the cutthroat competition.
Yeah, I kind of always felt like my battle, my war is with me and the song, and
Totally.
my own stuff.
I want to hear you write a good song, whoever you are.
Yeah. But I think that's a great thing because it's a very there's a lot of isolation that comes with being a solo songwriter for sure. I envy those people that seem to have it together, that where there's a mutual reliance, I guess,
And back to songs. Let's turn back to
Let's
songs.
hear some more
Grant-Lee
of
Phillips.
those
You want to play some more songs?
good songs.
I'll do
out
that.
there.
Maybe I'll play some. Can I play some old songs on the
Play
radio?
some old songs. Yeah, man.
I'll do that.
Do that.
I'll play you a couple of ones. Thanks, Wild Ponies. Oh, well, I'm going to sing you a song. A couple of here. I'll use this little rock block, as they call it, in my business. Sing you a few songs. This is a couple of Grant-Lee Buffalo songs. It's the luck of the draw. How you wound up with me, I don't know how, but I beg you to stay. Crawl around on this earth where the world's still small. Honey, don't think about it too long now. Honey, don't think we're liable to figure me out right now. Something wrong in my stars. Could you look at my chart? Help me heal these scars. Could you learn to read minds? In the case of mine, do you read in the dark? Honey, don't think about it too long now. Honey, don't think you're liable to figure me out. Don't want to figure me out. Don't want to figure me out. Don't want to. No, you don't. Honey, don't think about it too long now. Well, honey, don't think you're liable to figure me out. Well, honey, don't think about it too long now. Well, honey, don't think you're liable to figure me out. Figure me out. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's called Honey Don't Think. I'm gonna slip into something more comfortable, key-wise. A little capo action. This is sort of a sad song. I'm convinced that when you play the sad songs, it It makes you feel better, though. It's like homeopathic medicine. Whatever exists in you that's bringing you down says, okay, I'm out of here. I'm not, if you're going to go there. Never mind me, 'cause I've been dead, out of my body, been out of my head. Never mind the songs at home, don't wanna sing along, nothing that I said. But it'll bring you happiness, happiness, hard to come by. I confess that I'm bad at this. Happiness, if you find it, share it with the rest of us. Never mind the words that came out of my mouth when all that I could feel was pain. The difference in the two of us comes down to the way you rise over things that I just put down. Let it bring you happiness, happiness, hard to come by. I confess that I'm bad at this. Happiness, if you find it, share it with the rest of us, with the rest of us. Never mind me, 'cause I've been dead, out of my body, been out of my head. Never mind the curse I wore, proud like a badge that just don't shine no more. Let it bring you happiness, happiness, hard to come by. I confess that I'm bad at this. Happiness, find it, share it with the rest of us, 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 share it with the rest of us. Thank you. I feel better already.
Make it sadder.
Honey, yeah.
Anyway, you're listening to The Long Ride with Wild Ponies here on WSM's Route 650 or on your favorite podcast application or at the Bowery Vault here live in East Nashville. That could be happening as well. My favorite place. And we're Wild Ponies, Doug and Talisha. We're here with Grant-Lee Phillips today, and we're getting ready to dive into the speed bump round.
Bump round.
Quick questions like Rorschach test. We're going to find out.
I learned so much about Grant-Lee Phillips right now.
We're going to see what happens. All right, so here we go. Sunrise or sunset?
I'm going to go with sunset.
Okay.
Pen or pencil?
Boy, I'm got pen these days, yeah.
Fly or drive?
Thrive.
Thrive.
Fill up before or after the gas light comes on?
Oh, most definitely after. Yeah. I got it in a song. It was in this song I played. First song, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Notorious for that. Yeah.
Me too.
Same.
REM or the B-52s?
REM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
I don't know the band No, so I'm going to go with yes. Right? Little harmonic?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
That's all I'm going to give you.
That sounds like my college dorm room so much. Yeah. Oh, hated it. Last year or next year?
Next year.
Yeah.
Frozen or On the Rocks?
Didn't see On the Rocks. Going to go with Frozen.
The Ryman or Red Rocks?
Oh, Ryman.
All right, good call.
Yeah.
There you have it.
All right, play
Do I get to stay?
more. Yeah,
Okay.
You get to stay.
I get to stay.
Next round.
Oh,
Dance.
nice. I made it to this round. I've been. Okay.
sleeping in a yellow cow, my head against the barrier. Lost him as we touched St. Anne. Step from the ferry boat there, looked around the terminal, paid the toll, and split the fare. Wake me up, wake me before Union Square. Got a couple numbers to call. Try to rack my brains, but I can't think of the name of the people at all. And we're off to see America, and we're asking for directions, yes. And we're off to find America, and we're tumbling in our chariot. Speeding over soaking streets, the tides of the destitute whale, coughing up a lung of steam that rise from the underground rail. Never felt so far away up to now, but I was green. Wake me up, wake me before Union Square. Got a couple numbers to call. Trying to rack my brains, but I can't think of the name of the hotel at all. And we're off to see America, and we're asking for directions, yes. And we're off to find America, and we're tumbling in our chariot with a slender thread that I've been clinging to, and all these cracks for me to slip into. And we're off to see America, and we're off to see America. See America, see America. Thank you. Thank you.
Grant-Lee Phillips.
I'm having fun.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a
Are
way
you
good
really?
time. Yeah,
I
yeah,
am too,
I sure am.
man.
Yeah.
You guys having fun? Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you. I just realized, I mean, since I moved here,
Yeah.
I haven't got to really play a lot of these songs. It's always been, a quick set in and out, and I really didn't get to, I don't know, kind of take my shoes off and walk around and make myself at home. And thank you for this.
This is a good place to do it.
Yeah.
We love being here at the Bowery
Yeah.
Vault. We love Emily and Vero, the folks who run it. They're just great people. And if you're passing through, it's a great place to stop in and check things out. It's kind of hidden. It's around the corner behind Nicoletto's. I normally wear something from here when we do the shows, and today I'm just wearing this small bolo tie because in honor of Grant-Lee Phillips
And my bolo.
and his bolo as well. I normally wear the leather pants that Talisha got me.
Yeah. We get those out on special occasions. No, I get them out all the time. What am I kidding?
I love them. So Grant, what are you reading these days? Are you reading?
What am I reading?
Time to read?
Yeah, I make time. Flying, that's when I get to do a
Yeah.
lot
That's
of reading and
good.
everything. I'm reading this book all about the that period of time when the painters, the impressionists, were they were beginning to make those paintings.
So nonfiction.
No, I read a lot of nonfiction.
Okay,
Yeah. It's a great book. I'm trying to remember what the name of the book is. It's such a long book. I've been reading it forever.
Yeah.
It's all about It's,
Are there
It'll come to me.
pictures?
There's no pictures though.
But
the book. Come on now.
Well, it's about paintings.
It was about painting. I was thinking
I'm reading
it
the
might-
Mueller report.
Oh yeah.
There's no pictures.
There's no pictures.
Sadly. Maybe we can work on that. Graphic artist, if you're listening.
That would be a graphic novel. The Mueller
Right.
report as a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo, people,
That's what we
they
need.
might read that.
That
A
would
certain
change
crowd.
America.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
what we need.
Yeah.
That would get them to the polls.
Right. Right.
Yeah. The Jury of Paris. That's the book I'm reading. Yeah.
Jury of Paris.
It's got a subtitle. I don't remember the subtitle.
Well, that's
Yeah.
okay. That
Yeah, it's all about Monet and Manet, and
Are you into the Impressionists?
I'm way into them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's the tumultuous time of French history.
It is French history is
Crazy
fascinating.
thing.
Yeah.
Those guys are painting in the guy. I got to drop the brush for a minute. I got to go be in a war for a bit, and I'll come back, and I'll craziness.
It is craziness.
Yeah.
Give me a guilty pleasure of Grant.
Oh goodness. You know what?
shame.
You know what that would be? It would be that song. I don't know how to play it on the guitar, but
You can just sing it.
I could
It's
kind of just
fine.
sing it. Do you know that song? It's in Saturday Night Fever. It goes, when you're all
Night Fever.
I feel your touch in all in rain.
Oh yeah.
And the
Bee
moment
Gees.
I can have nothing for you, I wanna feel it in my arms again.
Yeah.
Your voice is
And I
amazing.
may not need my help for you, and your love happens that I need you.
Yes.
'Cause it's me you need to show. How deep is your love is deep as all I. That's my
This is
my
the
guilty
first
pleasure.
time we ever had a sing along.
That is
Oh, sorry.
the guilty
More pleasure than guilt, though, I must
More
say.
pleasure, more pleasure.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm all about the more pleasure than the
Yeah.
guilt for sure.
I mean, that's what we actually really find with guilty pleasures is there's really not anything to be guilty
No.
about. Like
No.
it's like whatever kind of music you like at whatever time you like it. It's
Right. Unless it's somebody who I love that Charlie Manson song, then maybe you're kind of like,
that album.
yeah, right, like
Real
some
good one.
criminal album or something.
there are some.
There
that
are a
I've
few,
stopped
though, aren't there?
Listening to, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be it would get different connotation.
What similarly but different? What about people that you've been doing this for a while. People that you've seen not get the recognition that you think they deserve, either on any level. Should have had a bigger star than they do, or more recognition. Songwriters, singers,
Oh.
bands.
Goodness. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of the most wonderful music and art that you see, a lot of it seemed to, I don't know, it went over everybody's head at the
Yeah,
time,
totally.
I mean, talking about some of the impressionists. Look at a guy like Van Gogh, for instance, sold like one painting, something like that,
Have you been to the museum in Amsterdam?
I
Yeah,
have,
it's so good.
yeah.
it's so
Yeah, it's amazing. I think of that kind of thing, or some of the artists that, in their time, they may have not really, a Nick Drake or
Yeah, Nick Drake's a good example, even though he's well known now. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of those things. So who knows? I don't know. I think again, it's probably for a lot of these artists, it's really about their relationship between them and the writing, and I'm sure Van Gogh would have loved to have sold a painting. I don't know. That's a hard one to pass judgment on for me, I guess.
Well, and everybody defines
Success is a
in
weird,
in their own way.
Yeah. What about What about Judy Sill? I mean, that's one. Her stuff.
No?
I don't know her stuff.
Yeah.
Now we're all gonna have to go look up.
She had a song called "Jesus Was a Crossmaker," I mean, you could almost hear sort of shades of. To me, I hear, oh man, she reminds me of Elliott Smith or some other things that I hear. Maybe because of the double track vocal and that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But really intricate, amazing songs that come out of the. Where do they come from? Those kinds of songs.
Yeah.
That's one of those folks.
Yeah.
But maybe she didn't have the desire to.
Maybe not.
To kind of grab the ring, like didn't want to make that bargain, maybe
Didn't want to make the bargain.
that Faustian deal,
I'll make
which
the bargain.
you know,
I'll make the
The
bargain.
bargain.
you guys,
Yeah.
you want to make the
I'll make the bargain,
Let's
man.
make the bargain. She didn't want to approach the Shark Tank or
Yeah.
Kevin O'Leary. He's a tough one, right?
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Well, it has been a pleasure
This has been so fun.
to host
Yeah, really
you
fun.
on the long ride with Wild Ponies here at the Bowery Vault on Route 650. I bet you're willing to send us out with a song.
I can sing you out. How about with a shuffle?
A shuffle.
Shuffle.
We'll shuffle it up.
Yeah.
Oh, shuffle.
Okay. One more from Grant-Lee Phillips.
Oh, I'm going to get that tip bucket going around during this last round. Be kind to Grant.
Thank you, Doug. Alicia. Thank you all. It ain't the same old Cold War, Harry. It ain't the one you know. The sound of all that saber rattling makes the blood run cold. It ain't the same old Cold War, Harry. It ain't the one you know. It isn't black or white, Mayberry. The whole place could blow. I got a little girl a cutting teeth. A pretty wife who's in the bed. Rather be making love or making peace. Don't wanna live a life of dread. It ain't the same old Cold War, Harry. Don't need a doomsday clock to be alarmed by all the stars you're wearing. The funny way you talk. It ain't the same old Cold War, Harry. No putting up your dukes. That kind of talk is getting all too scary. You better nix your news. It ain't the same old Cold War, Harry. It ain't the one that you know. But could you not stand by that button? The whole place could blow. I got a little girl a cutting teeth. A pretty wife who's in the bed. Rather be making love or making peace. Don't wanna live a life of dread. Don't wanna live a life of dread. Don't wanna live a life of dread. It ain't the same old Cold War, Harry. It ain't the same old war. It ain't the same old Cold War, Harry. Oh no, 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 no. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Grant-Lee Phillips from the Bowery Vault. Pretty exciting.
So great.
He was on the Gilmore Girls, for God's sake.
Yeah, the Troubadour.
The Troubadour.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
That's right.
We're about to head into the final section of this Long Ride with Wild Ponies podcast. But first, we want to tell you about our other favorite sponsor.
The Russell Nashville.
It's a beautiful hotel right in the heart of East Nashville. We've talked about them a little bit at the top of the show. It's gorgeous. It's an old church right there on Russell Street that they've transformed into a glorious hotel.
It's beautiful. They've kept some of the stained glass rose windows and incorporated a lot of the colors, and some of the church pews have been turned into headboards in the rooms.
One of the things I really love about them is their program called Rooms for Rooms, which when you spend money at the Russell Hotel, when you buy a room for yourself there to stay in that beautiful place, you are also giving of yourself, and they are taking a portion of the proceeds of that night and using it to help out those folks who are experiencing homelessness here in Nashville, either by providing them with a room somewhere else or with showers or several other charities they're working with. I think that's pretty cool that they're doing that.
It's amazing.
Not only that, we've taken over the entire Russell Hotel for the Wild Ponies Trail Ride here. They're coming to East Nashville this summer. And let me tell you, folks, if you're looking for a place to spend your tourism dollars this summer, come on to East Nashville.
Let it be East Nashville.
We're going to need it.
We could use you.
We could use you for sure. Yeah. So come visit. And if you want to check out the Russell Hotel, you can find them online and book
at therussellnashville.com.
That's going to be great. And if you want to be a part of the trail ride, and you can stay there then, you can go to wildponies.net and click on the trail ride link and come hang out with me and Talisha and 40 or 50 of your best friends. There are a few slots left for this summer, so you could still be a part of it.
It's true.
And now for the creative prompt, the last little segment.
I love this segment. It's one of my favorite parts of the Long Ride with Wild Ponies. This is where you get involved.
What we're going to do is we're going to give you a prompt, and we want you to make something. Make a recipe, write a song, create a dance, whatever you feel inspired to do. Be inspired to do something. Everyone who's listening to this is creative. You're more creative than you think you are. So make something, post it somewhere on the socials with the hashtag Ponycast, so we can find them. You can make Talisha cry if you post something really nice.
I love it so much.
Today,
what's the creative prompt, Doug?
Creative prompt is banjos, juggling, and magic. Banjos, juggling, and magic.
I think I'm going for a cocktail, you guys. I've got a plan.
Yeah, so make something and post it. We want to see what you're coming up with. You can do it.
I'm going to post mine tomorrow.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed this and you want to hear the longer version with a little bit more song and a little bit more talk from Grant-Lee Phillips, you can go to patreon.com/wildponies and sign up for just $1. You can have that. If you want to hear us do cover songs of all of the other artists, including Grant-Lee Phillips, you can go there and sign up for more. Leave us a review on iTunes if you want to do that. That'd be great. Give us a 5-star
we
review.
love those,
Awesome.
especially when they're 5-star reviews.
Yeah,
those are our favorite.
Thank you guys so much for being a part of it. We really appreciate it. Y'all be good to each other. Thanks again to Lurch from 1917 and to the Russell Nashville.
If you need to know anything more about anything we've talked about on today's podcast, check out the show notes over on the website.
And thanks so much to WSM's Route 650 for having us on their stream every Thursday at noon and 9 Central. That's it. See y'all. Bye.
Bye.